Today is February 26th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today out of the Big Book, we are on Chapter 4, We Agnostics. We'll be reading the rest of page 45, so short reading there. We are on Step 6 in the 12 and 12. We'll read page 68. And of course, we'll read 24 hours a day and daily reflection. So with that, I hope y'all are doing well this morning, my friends. It is Thursday, or somebody in my work likes to call it Friday Eve. I like the sound of that. Nice and cold in this garage, but I've got a hot cup of coffee here in my old Darth Vader mug. I've had this one forever. Join us or die. She's old faithful. And yeah, life is good. So let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. All right, my friends. So if you recall from yesterday's reading, we've been talking about how it's going to be difficult for some people when the word God is mentioned in recovery. It says here, many times we walk to a new man and watch his hope rise as we discuss his alcoholic problems and explain our fellowship. But his face falls when we speak of spiritual matters, especially when we mention God. For we have reopened a subject which our man thought he had neatly evaded or entirely ignored. So we're going to read the rest of page 45. We know how he feels. We've shared his honest doubt and prejudice. Some of us have been violently anti-religious. To others, the word God brought up a particular idea of him, with which someone had tried to impress them during childhood. Perhaps we rejected this particular conception because it seemed inadequate. With that rejection, we imagined that we had abandoned the God idea entirely. We were bothered with the thought that faith and dependence upon a power beyond ourselves was somewhat weak, even cowardly. We looked upon this world of warring individuals, warring theological systems, and inexplicable calamity with deep skepticism. We looked askance at many individuals who claimed to be godly. How could a supreme being have anything to do with it all? And who could comprehend a supreme being anyhow? Yet, in other moments, we found ourselves thinking, when enchanted by a starlit night, who then made all this? There was a feeling of awe and wonder, but it was fleeting and soon lost. Out of the 12 and 12, we're on step 6. We're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. For the last couple pages, the 12 and 12 has been making the point that, look, this is a lifetime job. It's more of a matter of the heart. Are we willing to put in the work to try to make progress in any area or every area of our lives? So we're going to continue that thought, bottom of page 67 and all of page 68. Some people, of course, may conclude that they are indeed ready to have all such defects taken from them. But even these people, if they construct a list of still milder defects, will be obliged to admit that they prefer to hang on to some of them. Therefore, it seems plain that few of us can quickly or easily become ready to aim at spiritual and moral perfection. We want to settle only for as much perfection as will get us by in life, according, of course, to our various and sundry ideas of what will get us by. So the difference between the boys and the men is the difference between striving for a self-determined objective and the perfect objective which is of God. Many will at once ask, how can we accept the entire implication of step 6? Why, that's perfection. This sounds like a hard question, but practically speaking, it isn't. Only step 1, where we have made the 100% admission that we were powerless over alcohol, can be practiced with absolute perfection. The remaining 11 steps state perfect ideals. They are goals toward which we look, and the measuring sticks by which we estimate our progress. Seen in this light, step 6 is still difficult, but not at all impossible. The only urgent thing is that we make a beginning and keep trying. If we would gain any real advantage in the use of this step on problems other than alcohol, we shall need to make a brand new venture into open-mindedness. We shall need to raise our eyes toward perfection and be ready to walk in that direction. It will seldom matter how haltingly we walk. The only question will be, are we ready? "24 hours a day, February 26th. AA Thought for the Day. When we came into AA, we came to believe in a power greater than ourselves. We came to believe in that divine principle in the universe, which we call God, to whom we can turn for help. Each morning we have a quiet time. We ask God for the power to stay sober for the next 24 hours. Each night we thank Him for helping us keep sober that day. Do I believe that each man or woman I see in AA is a demonstration of the power of God to change a human being from a drunkard to a sober person? Meditation for the day. I should pray for faith as a thirsty person prays for water in the desert. Do I know what it means to feel sure that God will never fail me? Am I sure of this as I am sure that I still breathe? I should pray daily and most diligently that my faith may increase. There is nothing lacking in my life because, really, all I need is mine. Only I lack the faith to know it. I'm like a rich person's child who sits in rags when all around me are stores of all that I could desire. Prayer for the day. I pray for the realization that God has everything I need. I pray that I may know that His power is always available. Daily Reflection, February 26th. No ordinary success story. AA is no success story in the ordinary sense of the word. It is a story of suffering transmuted, under grace, into spiritual progress. As Bill sees it, page 35. Upon entering AA, I listened to others talk about the reality of their drinking, loneliness, terror, and pain. As I listened further, I soon heard a description of a very different kind, the reality of sobriety. It is a reality of freedom and happiness, of purpose and direction, and of serenity and peace with God, ourselves, and others. By attending meetings, I am reintroduced to that reality over and over. I see it in the eyes and I hear it in the voices of those around me. By working the program, I find the direction and strength with which to make it mine. The joy of AA is that this new reality is available to me. All right, my friends, that concludes today's reading, and man, some great stuff. Real quick out of the 12 and 12, talking about step 6, I love that there's the line that there's really no step that we can 100% perfectly make, except for step 1. All the others are perfect ideals that we can strive for, but it's all a matter of our willingness and our open-mindedness and our honesty, right? To keep working towards it. It's like a North Star we just keep working towards. These steps, they have been a beautiful vehicle. But I have to clarify some things. You know, a lot of times I'm always talking about the steps. The steps for me are not my higher power, but they've led me closer to my higher power. And that's been a beautiful thing for me. You know, it's when I look back on my life and I see, even in my drunkenness, even in my most selfish states, my higher power was there, carrying me through even all that. It blows my mind, because I think, how many times did I get in a car drunk? How many times did I do stupid things drunk? And I didn't kill anybody. Thank God I didn't kill anybody. And I didn't kill myself in the process. I've heard horror stories. A dear friend of mine, in a blackout, he told me that he had a rope ready. He didn't know it. He didn't remember it. When he woke up in the garage, there was a rope beside him. He was going to hang himself and didn't even remember it. I heard another person say that they had a shotgun in their mouth, and thankfully they didn't pull the trigger. When I hear stories like that, and the fact that these people are now sober and helping others, and I look at their stories and I think to myself, how can that not be the grace of my higher power? And just like I think it was either the daily reflection or the 24 hours a day, talking about giving us a purpose, right? The fact that we're here today, January 26th, 2026, and we're sober, we have a unique superpower. I have a unique superpower that my higher power has given me. I'm sober today, so go help somebody else. Because not everybody has that happy ending. Maybe the reason I'm here is to help somebody else. And that person in turn might help somebody else. I'm just this tiny little speck in my higher power's plan. I don't know, man. When I look back at my life, even in the bad times, or maybe especially in the bad times, I see how my higher power has worked. And the pain that we talked about yesterday, that pain has led me here. So I understand, even though it's hard to accept sometimes, I understand the promises, the 9-step promises, that we will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. We're going to know a new freedom. They talked about that today. If we are sober today, my friends, we're a miracle and we're free. And we are giving a great gift to those around us today. And if you're not sober, my friend, I hope you realize that you're a miracle as well. That you have value and worth, and somehow you stumbled on this podcast, and somehow you've made it through all my rambling. God bless. That had to be God to take to carry you through that. But I hope you know that you can make that first step toward change today. It's all a matter of just getting the help you need. You don't have to do it alone. The first word and steps is we. So I pray that you'll get the help that you need today. And as always, please know I don't speak on behalf of AA, NA, Al-Anon, any other sect or denomination. I am just a friend in this lifeboat of recovery. I'm just really honored to be here. And for you're given another set of 24 hours, my friends, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.